So far we've been creating text using text, so we type the code for the GUI to create. There's actually a program to design our graphical windows, so you can install that with this line, and this will install the tool to design our windows. Then you can start it with this line, so it's called designer, and sorry, it's pressed enter already. So with this line you can start the designer program. Make sure you are using version 5, and if you're on a Linux machine this might be different, so you might be running on a 64-bit platform or whatever. So once you start the designer program, you get a choice. So do you want a dialog with buttons, or do you want this one without buttons? Do you want a main window or some type of widget? So let's choose this one. Press create, and we'll have a dialog here, so we can actually visually design what we want to see. So there's buttons, a checkbox if you want, or whatever you decide to put in. To delete it, you can press the right mouse button, delete, and you can put anything in there you want. For example, a line editor, so a text box. You can put the time in here. I think it's date selector. You can put a calendar in there, or a dial button. Label is simply text, so you could put a label in there that says double click to edit and say this is it, enter name, for example. Let's say enter summary, and you can actually give this label a name. So on the right you have some properties that you can give to the object. So you can say enter label summary and get rid of this, so right mouse button delete, and select some other type, so something we can actually type a summary with. You can resize it, and it has a name text edit, so let's name it text edit summary. And we can preview this, so we can go to form preview, and we can have a look at how it looks on Windows, Mac or Linux or whatever. So on Windows it might appear something like this. On Linux it might look like this, and you can also have this look, or perhaps on your platform it looks like this. Well, it really depends on what platform you're using, but you can have a preview to how your form would, how your window, your dialog would look on different operating systems. So this is inside the program, and we want to have that actually in our program. So press save as, file save as, and name it summary.ui. Press save and close it. And now you can type PyQt5 summary.ui. It's the file we just created, and we'll see that it actually created the code for that for that thing, so for that window. So if we do clear carefully, we can find enter summary here, and we also find the text box code, and you probably recognize this type of code from the previous, where you have widgets and so on. So we actually want to save that, so save it as summary.py, and so the program actually created the whole window for us. We have all those things here, and we don't need to type that by hand. Then we can give our program a name, our dialog, so we'll call it summary dialog, and we can load this dialog as you would normally do. So I've went ahead and already created it, so we actually load this dialog and show it. So you could just copy this code and run it, and you'll see it. So we import the module that we just created using the designer program. We import the dialog and we show it. So if we'd run it, you'd see it appear. So this is the window we just created, and it sums it up.